Hello everyone, Corey Moore here again today. Earlier experienced a cell phone malfunction in the audience. I'm not going to name names, but consequently this is take number 2 of my descriptive speech, and I'd like to introduce my lovely audience members now. Please be seated, ladies. Refreshments are down the hall to the right. Although this is Shark Week, sharks aren't as dangerous as we all think they are. They only contribute to 10 deaths per year, whereas dogs kill 40,000 people per year, and human-on-human violence is on the rise with an estimated number of 450 people per year. So what I'm going to talk to you folks today about is the steps and stuff and what I think about when I give a beginner snowboard lesson. So my opinion is that getting a snowboard lesson is a great way to maximize your time on the hill. It gives you a fast track on developing your skills, and it can, really help you have a good, enjoyable time on the mountain. Some of the thoughts that I think about every year when winter rolls around is, geez, am I in good enough shape to do a good job? Am I enthusiastic? Do I care about who I'm teaching? Is my vehicle going to break down? Is it going to make me go broke driving up to the mountain? Is it going to affect my school? These are all things that you have to consider, people. So I think about that a lot. Being a snowboard instructor, it can be a lot of pressure because you got to be on the spot. You have to be animated, you have to be fun, you have to be friendly, you have to be genuine, and it can stress a person out. So, you are an ambassador to that ski hill, and you could create a future customer for the ski industry and develop a lifelong passion for those people. So the stress is way up there, and you got to think about that. The keys to being a good instructor and to have a good lesson is you need to greet people. First impressions are the key. So I'll be hanging out in the breakdown area, the lesson area, on the bunny hill, and it's a flat and wide place, and just talking to the fellow instructors and stuff. And as the students shuffle in, I'll greet them, I'll smile at them. I might tell a joke because, hey, they're customers, they need to feel included, and it'll make them feel like they're important and thought of. So I do that. So like I said, a joke and a smile can go a long way, and it'll keep a kid in the moment, and it'll help them not to stress out about the up and coming lesson. While I'm talking to them, I keep thinking to myself, be funny, be animated, show a general interest in them. When I get my lesson together, the people that are going to be in there, if they're minors, I have to get like their pink slip from their lesson copy. What that does is, if they get hurt in the lesson, then it's a release so ski patrol can treat them. So you got to get that. I start out, I ask my students what their names are, where they're from, while they're taking a lesson from me today. And here again, it helps them be in the moment. It helps them feel like they get to participate, and it's a win-win for everybody. As I'm asking my kids this, I'm thinking to myself, geez, is this person, are they athletic enough to do this? How scared are they? Things of that nature. Because to be a good instructor, you have to know who you're teaching. You have to know how scared they are, what their athleticism is. And so it's important to know, then you know how to teach them. Some of the things that I could ask my students is, to give an example of, things in the past that they learned, and how they learned, and if it was from books, or doing it physical, or if they learned better from reading. So here again, this is something to consider in developing a good lesson for your students. The next thing that I'll go into is I'll show different parts of the snowboard, and while I'm talking to these kids about this, I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, this is so basic, this is such a waste of their time, but nonetheless you have to do it. And the two keys to have a successful lesson are safety and fun. Can't emphasize that enough. Fun is key, but you got to be safe too. So if it's an icy day out, what I'll do is I'll teach my kids how to fall. There's a ton of risk-related injuries when you're a beginning snowboarder, and why that is, it's because everybody gets scared, and when they fall, they're going to naturally reach out, try to catch themselves when they fall. So what I do is I teach them the proper way to get low and fall. You pretty much, bend your knees, get down low, and roll up like a ball. You never reach out and try to catch yourself, because that's how wrist injuries happen. And then with all these basics covered, I can move into the physical part of the snowboard lesson, and if I had more time, I'd go over those with you, but we don't. And so I'd like to leave you with a quote. It's, life is simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Confucius said that. Here again, I'd like to introduce my lovely audience members. Hope you guys enjoyed those refreshments. Thank you.